Some of you are asking about how to use your calculator when it comes to finding compound interest. So here's an example that I've worked out. Here's our compound interest formula right here. Here's what all the pieces mean. So I'll take a moment to talk to you about what all the pieces mean. A is going to be the amount that you end up with. That might be the amount that you owe at the end, or if you're investing, that might be the amount that you get from the bank after they've applied their interest. P is the principal, sometimes called the starting amount. I like to say starting amount because I think it makes more sense. So this is how much money you have to invest, or the amount of the loan that you take out. R is going to be the percentage rate that you're going to be charged or get from the bank. And N is compoundings per year. Now, N can mean 1 if it's done once a year. It can mean 12, like for example here, it's done monthly. Or it could be 4 if it's quarterly or so on. T is the number of years. So for this problem, what we're going to do is we're going to try and find the interest rate required. Okay, so we want to start with $1,100 and we want to grow that to $1,800, and that's going to be compounded quarterly for 9 years. So A is what we want to end up with, so we want $1,800 at the end. So A is going to be $1,800. P is what we start with, and that's your principal, so that's going to be your $1,100. We're doing it 4 times a year, so N would be 4. We're doing it for 9 years, so T is 9. Now we simply plug our numbers into our formula up here, and that gives us this here. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify first my exponent. And so I'm going to take the 9 times the 4, and 9 times 4 is 36. Then we're going to divide both sides by 1,100 to get rid of that. And I'm going to reduce this 1,800 over 1,100. I'm going to reduce that down to 18 over 11. When you work out these type of problems, you don't want to use the decimals until the very end. If you use decimals too early, what happens then is you can be off. You can be off by a couple of dollars, or in some cases, if it's a lot of money, you could be off $500, $600. So you want to make sure that you keep those fractions until the end, then switch to decimals. Now we want to get 1 plus R over 4 by itself. And we need to get rid of that 36 power. Well, how do we do that? Just like we would clear a fraction, we want to get rid of it, so we use 1 over 36 here. And whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. Because, see, these right here are going to cancel. And that's what we want. We want that to happen. So those cancel and those go away. On the left-hand side, we have this. And this is where a lot of students struggle. Well, how do I put this into my calculator? How do I get this to work? Well, here's how you can do it in your calculator. Now, all calculators are a little bit different. So I wrote up the keys, and I've got a calculator on the right side of the screen, so you can also follow along with me. We're going to type this in, and we're going to see where this number came from. And by the way, this has been rounded to 5 places, which is more than enough. You want 1/10 of a percent. Well, percent's 2 places. 1/10 of a percent would be then 3 places. So we need at least 3. We always want a little more, so when we round to the correct number. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out 5. You could probably just take it out 4, and that would be perfectly fine too. But I'm going to go ahead in this case and take it out to 5. That way we can round to 3, and we can get the same answer that they have. Okay, so how would we do this? Well, we want to work out the left-hand part here. we're going to have to use parentheses. So we're going to use parentheses. Then we're going to go 18, hit the divide key, 11, close the parentheses. That's that. Now we're going to hit our caret key, or if you don't have a caret key, remember caret key is this symbol right here. You'll either have this caret key here, or you'll have an XY or a YX button. This calculator has a YX key. You hit the YX key. You'll hit your parentheses, 1, divide key, 36, close parentheses, and hit equals. And there is your answer for that part. Now, it's not your complete answer. It's only part of it. Okay, so then I just rounded that. And then what I did was I moved 1 over. So that gave you that. And then I simply cross multiplied to get R by itself. And then I rounded and got the 5.5%. Now, some calculators may not have this YX or XY key. Your calculator may look like this. If it looks like this, you're going to use this caret key instead. So instead of the YX key, you're going to use this caret key. Hopefully this helps you understand how to work out one of these type of problems.